Hey there guys, it's Brian Gensler back with another video for you guys, where today I'm going to be telling a story. Yay! Story. Okay, so yeah, I was kind of thinking of doing this, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, I'm going to tell a story of, this creepy guy that lived across the street in my not my old neighborhood, but my old neighborhood before I moved to Virginia, and yeah. Okay, so basically, my friend Taylor lived there. His YouTube channel is Taylor Talk 16. He's the one that edits my videos. By the way, Taylor, they are awesome. And basically, he used to live like right across the street from me. Like you just have to walk like diagonally across the street, and then his friend, which is my friend too, Aaron, he lived there too. Well, not lived there. He lived across the street and next door to me, but across the street from Taylor. And basically, we would hang out all day. But he moved. I don't remember why. I think because like his mom didn't have money to pay the rent or whatever. I forgot. Yeah, I really honestly forgot. So yeah, he's been moved for like 2 years now. I think it's been 3 years now, and basically, yeah. Then this guy named Mike moved across the street, okay, from me in Taylor's old house, and he was fucking weird as shit, man. Like he was weird. I know he was. I think he was Spanish or something. But he knew perfect English, but he was just fucking weird. Like, I don't get it. Like, he lived with his brother or whatever, and it was just weird. I went inside his house one time, and I wish I never went in there. It's fucking so creepy in there. It's like you just get those chills whenever you go in there. You go. He's so freaking creepy. If I have a picture of him, I will show it to you guys. But I didn't have a phone at the moment, so yeah. It was freaking creepy as hell, dude. Creepy as hell. Yeah, it was like creepy as hell. I when I still tell the story, it still gives me the chills. Actually, it actually does, honestly. Yeah. So basically, there's this creepy guy that lived across the street. Well, I was like the only one that thought he was creepy because I used to hang out with these two kids named Nathan and Bradley, and their hot ass sister Ashley. Well, we hit it off for actually a couple months until I had to move. Like, why? Why am I cursed for life? Okay. So basically, this guy was creepy. So I was actually half happy that I had to move, and half wasn't because number one, I had a girlfriend, Ashley. I'll mention her and a bunch of other stories I'll tell. So yeah, I'll probably tell a story about her someday. Probably. So yeah, basically, we hit it off for a couple days, and well, actually, days turned into months. Months turned to years. I stayed there for about like, yeah. But whenever my mom told me we had to move, I was half happy and half not because I called him the creepy guy across the street. I legitimately called him the creepy guy across the street. And he would fucking be creepy as shit. He would sit outside his goddamn window at night, staring at our freaking neighbors. Like, I'm no joke. Like, honestly, I was hanging out with Nathan and Bradley one time, and oh my god, I wish I hadn't that day because like he was like sitting outside his freaking window, dude, watching their mom bring in groceries. Of course, I helped too. Everybody helped. Yes. So my brothers didn't hang out with Nathan and Bradley that much. Yeah. So yeah, I was basically the one over there all the time. And yeah, basically we caught him one day just staring at their mom, which I'm not gonna tell the name of. Yeah, it was like her name was Kelly or whatever. Yeah. It's Kelly. So basically, yeah, that's yeah. And then she pointed to him and was like, I'm not sure if he saw it. I think he did. He was like, look at that dude. I'm like, that's Mike. And I'm like, do you guys think he's creepy too? Like, yeah. Yes, basically, yeah. And basically, this continued for like 2 weeks, and nobody bothered to call the cops. Nobody bothered to call the cops for certain reason. I don't know why, but yeah, they didn't bother to call the cops. I, 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 I don't know. I don't know. And this continued for about 2 weeks. Then she actually went over there and said, can you please stop watching me and my husband? And I was like, oh. If the song It's Going Down for Real was out back then, I would be like, it's going down for real. Sadly, it wasn't. I think that's why they moved, too. It's like a year after, or like 5 months or 6 months after, they moved out of the house. They moved out of that house because of number one, Mike, and number two, they couldn't afford to pay the rent. Yeah. So basically, I was very lonely, and Aaron, me and him didn't like the same stuff. Like, I think of a good example. I don't know a good enough example, but like, I wasn't that annoying. I was annoying back then, but yeah, I wasn't that annoying because he never wanted to come outside all the time. So basically, yeah, I would go over there probably once a day and see if he can come outside. Yeah. And I was bored. To be honest, I was bored, but then at the same time, yeah, I was kind of happy because uh, Aaron and me used to irritate each other all the time while Taylor was gone, because if Taylor was there, we would still be fine. So yeah, me and Aaron didn't get along that well. I don't know why, but something about his attitude and appearance that he didn't like me. Yeah, I don't know either, guys. So yeah, got back to the sport. Basically, there's this guy named Mike. I already told you guys this. So basically, yeah, he creeped everyone out. Well, I don't think my dad, because my dad started hanging out with him. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm screwed. He's gonna tell them. So basically, what I was thinking, I didn't want to tell my dad that he was watching our neighbors and the whole neighborhood. So yeah, I didn't want to do that because he would probably tell Mike that I said that, and I'm like, yeah, and and then guess what? My dad started acting like him. Like a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month after started hanging out with him, Mike, my dad, he freaking started acting like him, not watching Neighbors because he's married. Not watching Neighbors, thank goodness. Basically, you know that old lonely guy that just sits outside with his, not telescope, but binoculars, just looking at hot chicks? That's basically Mike. For you, that's basically Mike. He was like, he's really creepy. Yes, yeah. Oh my god. That story, I don't like telling it because it just creeps me out. Yeah, so basically after he started hanging out with him, he started going over there every day. I don't even know what they did. Probably just drink till I have beer and stuff. You know. Yeah, so, yeah. And actually, when I was in 5th grade, I became a safety patrol. You guys probably know this, but probably not. But yeah. And basically, yeah, that's what happened. And they had this contest thing, like whoever could sell the most things. I forgot, like, I know what we were selling, like tickets to like Belk or J.C. Penney or whatever. It's like a fundraiser thing, and I have no idea why I even tried to sell them, but I tried. I think I made like 2 sales, and that was it. Yeah, and that was from like a fellow teacher that not didn't teach at my elementary school that I went to. Yeah, so yeah, I actually went over there and asked him. I actually asked Mike if he wanted to buy one of these things. I'm like, oh my god, no. And guess what happened? He invited me inside his house. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, chicken. Get out of the way. So basically what he did, he invited me in his house. I didn't go in there because number one, I really didn't want to go in there. And number two, I just flat out didn't want to go in there. Well, guess what, guys? And then, like, my dad came out and he was like, what are you doing over there? Get your ass over here. And I got yelled at for like 5 minutes by going over there. And I tried to explain myself, but of course, it never works. So yeah, for some reason, somebody called the cops on him. And then apparently he actually is a child molester. Apparently so. Yeah. Yep. Apparently Mike was a child molester. The whole time, and like sex offender. Oh my god. Yeah, he was online for so many stuff, man. Yeah, the police told me that I shouldn't have gone over there. Yeah, and they actually showed me his record. And see, this is what happens, guys, when you see a neighbor watching other neighbors and stuff. I knew he was creepy to begin with. I